About the people, the Gen Zs who are walking into workplaces. Now that we have set precedents, now that you have worked for these many years, now probably you will pass on the baton to the next generation to think about how they want their ideal workplaces to be.
Yeah.
How do you see that workplace turning out to be?
Yeah. So, like I said, that every country has its own challenges, every generation has its own challenges.
True.
So, when we say that, very often people say, oh, Gen Z, they're much more inclusive. And yes, if we talk about color discrimination, you people will object. You will say, even to your parents, you'll say, don't talk like that. If we talk about LGBTQ people, you will say, don't talk like that. All that, if we talk about body shaming, you're the first advocates to say, don't talk about that. But then there are other issues. Gen Z has an information overload. Gen Z is spoiled for choices. That's confusing. That's mind-boggling. But is Gen Z open to collaborating with other generations, taking the wisdom of other generations? Maybe that's the area they're lacking in. They are thinking that information and technology is the solution to everything, which eventually does not turn out, and therefore the emotional and mental health issues in Gen Z are in fact more than any previous generation.
Yeah.
Why is that so? What needs to be done for that? Right? That's the Gen Z challenge. So what is the future workplaces that the Gen Z is looking forward to? I think it has yet to be figured out. But the one thing that they would need to probably work upon is more collaboration across sectors. Acceptance is there, but collaboration needs a little more emphasis. There's a difference between acceptance and collaboration.
Right.
Yeah. And then we'll figure out that what is the wisdom from the past and what is the vision of the future that can be amalgamated to make a place which is physically, emotionally healthy, progressive, and brings happiness, because that's what we are all looking for at the end of the day.
Do you think their definition of happiness is also changing?
Definition of joy can change, definition of fun can change, but definition of happiness cannot change. Because happiness is hormones. We are neurochemical beings.
Yeah.
And we have, if serotonin is the hormone for well-being, then that doesn't change. Yeah. So if physical health has certain parameters, that your BP, your lipids have to be at a certain parameter, that doesn't change. Yeah. So I always talk about a world where inclusion and respect for each other becomes everybody's agenda. And when it does, if it does, we might see a completely new experience of human experience than we have seen before.
Do you see this generation to be more inclusive?